Hello and welcome friend. In the last video on complex analysis, we have discussed algebra of derivable functions of complex variables and Cauchy-Riemann equations. Regarding the Cauchy-Riemann equations, where we have proved that whenever function is a derivable, whenever f dash is exists, then the function satisfies the Cauchy-Riemann equations. Now in this video we will discuss about the converse of the Cauchy-Riemann equations, that is whenever Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied, the function is a derivable functions, and the polar form of Cauchy-Riemann equations, that means Cauchy-Riemann equations in a polar coordinate x and y, r and theta. X and y are the Cartesian coordinate. Now here we are going to show the Cauchy-Riemann equations in a polar coordinate. So let us first converse of the Cauchy-Riemann equations theorem. The statement is quite long, but still I am writing that statement so that you will get the complete idea of that theorem. Let the function f of z equal to as usual x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. U and v are the function of x comma y. Be defined throughout some epsilon neighborhood. For the neighborhood I am writing here short word NBD of a point z0, which is x0 plus I into y0, and suppose that the first order partial derivatives of the functions u and v, of the functions u and v with respective to x and y exist. So there must be exist everywhere in that neighborhood if those partial derivatives are continuous at the point x0 comma y0 and satisfy CR equations, that is Cauchy-Riemann equations. What are that Cauchy-Riemann equations? Ux equal to Vy and Uy equal to minus Vx at x0 comma y0, then f dash of at z0 exist. So friend, here our intention is to give the proof of such a type of theorem, so that you can watch on your mobile and you can study your syllabus. so that here I have written the statement even though it is a very long, and step by step you can see the statement, and you can prepare for your exam. And similar we will see step by step the proof of this theorem in very detail, and you will get the idea. And everywhere without carrying any notebook with your mobile, by watching the video you can prepare for your examinations. So let us see the proof of this theorem. Here what is this? The function is f of z, where which is a function of two variable x and y, where u and v are the function of two variable. So this function is defined in some neighborhood of this point z0, and again we have assumed that the first partial derivative of this function u and v with respect to x and y exist everywhere in that neighborhood, and this satisfies the CR equations, that is Cauchy-Riemann equations, and at that point x0 comma y0, then the derivative of the function exists. Okay. So let us prove this. First let us consider that let z equal to x0 plus z0 equal to x0 plus I y0, and z equal to x plus iy. So f of z, which we have taken in the x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. So this is our assumptions. Then what is the delta x? Delta z, delta z equal to delta x plus I into delta y. This is our delta x. Now in this neighborhood z minus z0 less than delta, consider the neighborhood of this point, consider this is a neighborhood of the z0, and if this omega w equal to f of z, if we write this as w equal to f of z, then delta w equal to here just we have taken the derivative at the point z0, just we have calculated that value near the point z0 in the neighborhood of z0. So this is equal to u of x0 plus delta x comma y0 plus delta y plus I into v of x0 plus delta x comma y0 plus delta y minus u of x0 comma y0 minus I into v of x0 comma y0. This is my delta w. Okay. So delta w in terms of u and v, where u and v are functions of x and y, and we have taken a small increment delta x in the point x0. Okay. So we get this term. Now you can see that here we write it like this: u of x0 plus delta x comma y0 plus delta y minus u of x0 comma y0 plus I common v of x0 plus delta x comma y0 plus delta y minus v of x0 comma y0, which is nothing like this delta, this is delta u plus I into delta v, which is you can see this is increment in delta u and delta v. But you know friend, what is the delta u? Delta u is equal to derivative of this u with respect to x plus derivative of this u with respect to y. So we write this as a ux with respect to x at the point x0 comma y0 into delta x plus derivative with respect to y at the point x0 comma y0 into delta y plus epsilon 1 into under root of delta x square plus delta y square. This is the small increment whenever we will take this derivative. This is due to the Taylor's theorem. We can apply the Taylor's theorem to calculate the first derivative. Similarly, delta v equal to Vx at x0 comma y0 into delta x plus Vy into x0 comma y0 into delta y plus epsilon 2 into delta x square plus delta y square. Okay. Now, this is let us put their values delta u and delta v. Then what we get here, this is equal to, therefore delta w equal to ux derivative at x0 comma y0 into delta x plus uy at x0 comma y0 into delta y plus I into Vx at x0 comma y0 into delta y plus Vy at x0 comma y0 into delta y, here delta x into delta y plus epsilon 1 plus I into epsilon 2 into under root of delta x square plus delta y square. Okay. So, here you can see that we have converted this w into delta x and delta u and delta y. This is a increment in delta u, right. This is increment in delta v, but this increment in delta u and delta v, this is we have this increments, right. Now, we have substituted this value of delta u and delta v in here. Okay. Suppose this is equation number 1, then by substituting this equation number 2, equation number 2 in equation number 1, we get this term. Okay. Now, here you can see that we have ux at x0 comma y0 plus into delta x. Now, we know CR equations. By using the CR equation, we replace this ui. What is the CR equations? I am going to write here once again, ux equal to Vy and uy equal to minus Vx. Okay. So, let us put this value of ui. By substituting the value of ui, what we get? Minus Vx at x0 comma y0 into delta y plus I into Vx into x0 comma y0 into delta x, right. And what is Vy? Here let us put this value of Vy equal to plus I into let us put this value of Vy as a Vux x0 comma y0 into delta y plus epsilon 1 plus I into epsilon 2 into under root of delta x square plus delta y square. So, friend, let us summarize this result. What we have considered yet? We have taken a point x0, we have taken a point z0, and we have calculated delta w, which we have converted into delta u and delta v, small increment in delta u and small increment in delta v. But by the differential calculus, we know that this delta u and delta v, the total derivative of delta u and delta u, which is in equation number 2, we have taken that derivatives and then we have substituted that derivative in the equation number 1. So, that this delta w is converted into this last term. Now, here you can see that we have this ux, ux and where this ux. Now let us take ux common. If we take ux at x0 comma y0 common, we get here delta x plus I into delta y, right. Now we have here, you can see here Vx is common. So for this minus, we can write it as a I square. If we write it as a I square, then we can take I common also, plus I into Vx at x0 comma y0. Okay. Then we get here into delta x plus I into delta y, and plus epsilon 1 plus I into epsilon 2. What is this? This is nothing but mod of delta z, right, mod of delta z. Delta x plus I into delta y, delta x plus I into delta y. What is this? This is nothing but delta z, delta z, delta z. Here we everywhere we have delta z. So let us divide this equation by delta z. Dividing this equation by delta z, we get here okay. So we remove equation number 1 and proceed for the next part of this theorem. Let us divide by delta z. What we get then? Delta w divided by delta z. This is equal to ux at x0 comma y0 plus I into Vx at x0 comma y0 plus epsilon 1 into I into epsilon 2. Now friend, as delta z tends to 0, delta x comma delta y both tends to 0 comma 0, and as a delta x and delta y tends to epsilon 1 comma epsilon 2 tends to 0, and this will be dw divided by dz. Okay. So this is equal to ux plus I into Vx, but what is dw divided by dz? This is f dash of z. So we get that f dash of z equal to ux plus I into Vx. So this is the proof of this theorem, where we have proved that whenever the CR equations are satisfied, the derivative of this function is equal to ux plus I into Vx. Okay. So here for to be specific, we can put it as it is, and we can write here z0, here x0 comma y0, x0 comma y0, as we have in the theorem taken as f dash at z0 exist. Okay. So this equation satisfies the CR equations, and if CR equations are satisfied, then the function is derivable. Derivative of that function is equal to nothing but x plus I into Vx. So let us see one more example, and then we proceed for Cauchy-Riemann equations in polar coordinate. Okay. Show that the function f of z equal to e raised to z is a derivable everywhere, and find f dash of z. So let me take it as a f of z. So first we consider z equal to x plus I y, then f of z equal to what? E raised to z. E raised to z means e raised to x plus I y equal to e raised to x into e raised to I y. E raised to x into, for this apply the Euler formula, cos of y plus I into sin of y, and this is equal to e raised to x into cos y plus I into e raised to x into sin y. Let us compare this with u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. Then we get here u of x comma y equal to e raised to x into cos y and v of x comma y equal to e raised to x into sin y. Then del u by del x, that is ux, equal to derivative with respect to x is e raised to x cos y. Uy derivative with respect to y, derivative of cos y is a minus sin y. So, e raised to x into minus sin y. Again Vx derivative with respect to x is e raised to x into sin y, and Vy equal to e raised to x into cos y. You can see that here ux equal to Vy and uy equal to minus Vx. So, CR equations are satisfied. As Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied, this function is a derivable everywhere. Is derivable everywhere. Derivable everywhere. Now, what is a f of z? F of z equal to f dash of z equal to ux plus I into Vx. What is ux? E raised to x into cos of y plus I into Vx, e raised to x into sin of y. E raised to x common, cos of y plus I into sin of y, e raised to x into e raised to iy, this is equal to e raised to x plus iy and e raised to z. So, derivative of e raised to z is again e raised to z. So, now let us write the Cauchy-Riemann equations in polar coordinates. We write it in terms of theorems. Let the function f of z equal to u of r comma theta plus I into v of r comma theta be defined throughout some epsilon neighborhood, of non-zero point z0 equal to r0 into e raised to I theta 0, and suppose that the first order partial derivatives of the functions u and v with respect to r and theta exist everywhere, and in that neighborhood, if these partial derivatives are continuous at r0 comma theta 0, at r0 comma theta 0, and satisfies polar form polar form polar form polar form r into ur equal to v theta comma u theta equal to minus r into vr of the Cauchy-Riemann equation, of the Cauchy-Riemann equations, the Cauchy-Riemann equations, then f dash at z0 exist. So exactly the statement is parallel to that of the previous theorem in word to word. Only the difference is the point, where in the previous theorem we have considered Cartesian coordinate, now here we have taken polar coordinates. So let us see the proof of this theorem. In polar coordinate we will prove the theorem and obtain the derivatives in terms of polar coordinate. Okay. So let first f of z as usual equal to w equal to u of r comma theta plus I into v of r comma theta. We write again z equal to x plus iy, but since what is x in polar coordinate, x is equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. Now x is a function of two variables, so del x by del r is equal to cos theta, del x by del theta equal to r into minus sin theta, and del y by del r equal to sin theta, and del y by del theta equal to r into cos theta. Okay. So this is the derivative. Now let us calculate the derivative of u. We know that del u by del r equal to del u by del x into del x by del r plus del u by del y into del y by del r. So this is equal to del you can see del x by del r is cos theta. So we write it as ux into cos theta plus del u by del r, del y by del r sin theta. So this is uy into sin theta, and del u by del theta equal to del u by del x into del x by del theta plus del u by del y into del y by del theta equal to what is we get del u by del theta r into minus sin theta. So here minus ux into r into sin theta del u by del y plus here uy into r into cos theta. Okay. Now del v by del r equal to similarly what we get vx into cos theta plus vy into sin theta, and del v by del theta equal to minus vx into r sin theta plus vy into r cos theta. So you can see what we have obtained the derivatives in terms of r and theta. Now if Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied, suppose that CR equations are satisfied, satisfied, then if CR equations are satisfied, then Ux equal to Vy and Uy equal to minus Vx. Okay. Then here this is value of ur, this is value of u theta. Now you can see that Vr equal to what we get now, Vr equal to Vx. Vx is replaced by Uy, minus Uy. So we write it as a minus Uy into cos theta, plus here Vy is replaced by Ux into sin theta, and V theta equal to here Uy into r sin theta and plus Ux into r sin theta. Okay. So we have replaced both these values of u and v. We get this Vr and V theta. Now let us take r into ur. Let us calculate r into ur equal to, you can see that r into ux cos theta plus r into uy sin theta, r into ux cos theta and r into uy sin theta. Here r into ux, r into ux, r into ux, where is that r into ux, r into ux, ux into r cos theta, ux into r cos theta plus uy into r sin theta, uy into r sin theta, uy into r sin theta and ux into r sin theta, right. So this is equal to here ux into r sin theta, uy into r sin theta, and here is something wrong. Here Vy, here is something wrong, cos, this term is a cos term. Okay. So what I am wondering, so you can see that this is nothing but a V theta, r into ur equal to V theta. Now friend, let us calculate r into Vr, let us see here r into Vr, this is my Vr. So minus r ux into r sin theta minus uy into r cos theta. Okay. Here you can see that this is r sin theta ur into ux into r sin theta, this is ux into r sin theta plus ui into r cos theta. So if we take minus, then we see that this is a u theta. Okay. So what we get here, whenever Cauchy equations, CR equations in Cartesian coordinate are satisfied, we get that r into ur equal to V theta and r into Vr equal to minus u theta. Okay. So these are the CR equations in polar coordinates. Okay. So we have seen that these are the CR equations, r into ur equal to V theta and r into Vr equal to minus u theta. Now we see what will be the value of f dash of z in polar coordinate. So let me write that value in polar coordinate at ux plus I into Vx. Now we need to calculate this value in terms of mm, r and ur and vr, r and theta. So this is a f dash of z. You can see this value f dash of z here, f dash of z equal to what we get here, ux plus I into vx. Now let us put this value of ur, let ux cos theta plus uy sin theta, and vr equal to ux cos theta plus vy sin theta. Now we simplify this and we get ux cos theta plus I into vx cos theta, and uy sin theta plus I into vy sin theta. Okay. But by CR equations, ux equal to vy and uy equal to minus vx, we get this value. Okay. Then you can see that here we are replacing this value, uy equal to minus vx, by using these equations, and vy equal to ux, here we have replaced this value and this value. Again minus I square equal to minus 1. So for this minus 1 we have I square. Therefore this ux and this ux common, cos of theta plus I into sin theta, and I in this vx, I into vx common, so we get here cos theta. For this minus we have I square, so I into sin theta. Now you can see this is cos I sin theta, common, you get ux plus I into vx, and cos theta plus I into sin theta, which is nothing but e raised to I theta. This is what? This is ur plus I into vr, and therefore f dash of z equal to ur plus I vr into e raised to minus I theta. This is the value of f dash of z in terms of polar coordinate. Now here we calculate one example derivative of this. We consider we find derivative of 1 by z in terms of polar coordinate. Let us see one example of this. We have, let us find that derivative. Show that the derivative of 1 by f of z equal to, show that derivative of f of z equal to 1 by z exist, and find f dash of z. So this is the example. Now we have f of z equal to what? 1 divided by z, 1 divided by z, r into e raised to I theta, 1 by r into e raised to minus I theta, 1 by r into cos theta minus I into sin theta equal to cos theta divided by r minus I into sin theta divided by r. Let us compare this with u of r comma theta and v of plus I into v of r comma theta. Here we get u of r comma theta equal to cos theta divided by r, and v of r comma theta equal to minus sin theta divided by r. Let us calculate derivative with respect to r. Cos theta constant, so minus 1 divided by r square cos theta, u theta equal to 1 by r into derivative of cos theta, that is minus sin theta. Vr equal to this minus minus become plus, so this is sin theta divided by r square, and v theta equal to minus derivative of sin theta is cos theta divided by r. Here r into ur equal to minus cos theta divided by r, which is r into cos theta. So you can see that this is v theta. Now r into vr equal to sin theta divided by r. This is nothing but minus u theta. Therefore CR equations are satisfied. CR equations are satisfied. CR equations are satisfied, and therefore function f of z exists. F dash of z exists. F dash of z exists, then f dash of z equal to what? E raised to minus I theta into ur plus I into Vr. This is equal to e raised to minus I theta into ur. What is ur? Minus 1 divided by r square cos theta plus I into what is Vr sin theta divided by r square. Okay, this is equal to, let us take minus common, minus 1 divided by r square common, e raised to minus I theta. So we have cos theta minus I into sin theta. Okay, equal to minus 1 divided by r square e raised to minus I theta. This is e raised to minus I theta. Minus 1 divided by r square into e raised to 2I theta equal to minus 1 divided by r into e raised to I theta whole square. This is equal to minus 1 divided by z square. So derivative of 1 upon z equal to minus 1 divided by z square. So this is all about the Cauchy-Riemann equations. Thank you friend for watching the video.